Hi YouTube, Art here again with another audio video. In today's audio video, we're going to talk about all of the changes that were implemented with today's Season 2 update. Now, as I've mentioned in pretty much every guide and every audio video I've done, there's only so much that can be done with a tune, there's only so much I can do in software and with accessing the audio engine to the extent that I can. Contrary to popular belief and on some hacker hunter channels, I'm not changing any game files. I'm creating an EQ environment that makes the game sound good. That can only go so far, and the rest of the work will have to come as Call of Duty Activision, the developers, continue to improve the audio systems in the game. That's no different today, and we'll hop right in to talk about some of the changes listed in the patch notes. After that, I'll show some examples of how it sounds now in-game, and then we'll talk about the future moving forwards for some plans that I have. I have the Warzone Season 2 patch notes pulled up here. We've jumped to the audio section, and the first thing that they mention is third-party reverb. They state, reducing reverb effects to improve directionality of movement audio produced by other players. Footstep, ascenders, parachutes. Now, I'm going to be speaking totally from the perspective of running the audio tune. I play on PC. If you play on PC, you should absolutely be running the tune. I'll link a playlist with the full guide, which is free down below. I'll also link one-on-one appointments if you want me to remote in and set it up for you. Now, I do think they improved this greatly. They reduced the reverb by like half or 2/3. And this is kind of a double-edged sword. Now you can really tell where people are or how close they are to you. Before, with the reverb added to the footsteps, sometimes you would hear somebody really far away in another building, which was great, but it was really hard to place them because the reverb seemed to amplify the footsteps. Now that they've removed that, further away footsteps are quieter, but the immediacy is better. So when I hear them approaching, I can kind of tell, okay, they're 10 meters, 12 meters away, and they're running up towards me from that side. With the reverb before, they added this kind of Doppler effect, which is where sound comes from over there and it reflects off of that wall, so it sounds like it's coming over here, which is great for realism. It is not so great for knowing where a player is coming from. This is a huge problem with the audio approach since they've changed with Warzone 2 and Warzone 3. If you want to see a video where I rant and rave about how they need to approach stock audio as a whole, let me know in the comments down below. Now, that Doppler effect leads us into their next point. Parachute audio was adjusted parachute audio being louder than intended at further distances. Not only did they adjust that, but they, like they stated in the previous line item, they reduced the reverb on them as well. That Doppler effect was happening on parachutes too. So when somebody would drop in from your right, it would be super, super loud. They'd be super far away, so they fixed that. And not only that, but the reverb would send audio to your left, even though they were on your right, and so you really didn't know which way to look. With that reverb reduction, with the volume reduction on the parachutes, it does seem a lot easier to place where people are. I still hear them super loud with the tune, which alerts me to the fact that somebody's dropping in, but it's not that psychotic, I'm going crazy, super loud, echoey parachute audio we had previously. Now, the last item I didn't really get to test because I was playing mostly solos, not a lot of players in solos had self-revives. It does seem like they buffed the self-revive sound, which was something that we had in Warzone 1. They added it back to Warzone 2. We had it in Warzone 3, and it just kind of disappeared with BO6, so it's really great to see this back. If it's helping you and you are noticing it, let me know in the comments down below. Quick note about Rebirth in Area 99. While I was playing today, I got a lot of DMs and messages from other creators that main Rebirth, letting me know, hey, I'm not hearing stuff. Did they change something? Is my audio broken? Do I need to fix something? Rebirth in Area 99, because there's so much going on, players are respawning all the time, they're finding streaks all over the ground, the announcer is yelling in your ear, and they are the least developed maps. We've had Urzikstan around for a long time. Area 99 is brand new, and Rebirth, as you remember when it released, sounded terrible. So those things in mind, those maps are always going to lag behind in terms of audio quality. There are spots on the maps where you're just not going to hear anybody, and when the audio system gets super congested, delivering streak sounds, gunshot sounds, people dropping in, you're just not going to hear some people sometimes, and it's to be expected. On those maps, you're just not able to rely on your ears quite as much as Urzikstan. So take that with a grain of salt. I will show you some examples of what I had on Rebirth and Area 99, and I think the audio is pretty okay, all things considered. I actually have a PS5 being delivered to me tomorrow. With the state of Warzone and cheaters, a lot of competitive players are going to play ranked on console, so that means it is time for me to cook on console. It's long overdue. I just bit the bullet and bought it, and we're going to try to really do our best. There's some hardware I want to test. There's some software I want to test. There's some on-console settings that I want to test. There's also a little bit of information that I was given on Twitter that I'm really excited to test, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you know when I upload that video. We have a monitor review coming up. I'm live a lot over on twitch.tv/art_is_war, testing all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna leave y'all with some gameplay samples from today, Urzikstan, Rebirth, and Area 99, just showing what the audio sounds like now with the tune. Like I said, if you need any help setting it up, I have one-on-one appointments down below. The full playlist is linked down below as well, including the newest video on the hardware DAC that lets you remove some of the software that we use for the tune. Enjoy the gameplay, and until the next video, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Ey, ey, ey. Hola.
I don't know, Dame Fame.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Be advised, cash drop is inbound. Got an extra valuable opportunity here. Don't miss
Like, I
your
heard
shot.
that guy great. There's one-y.
Enemy UAV is online.
Like, that guy probably has some form of audio.
Hunt them down. Enemies are dropping into the area.
Demon! It's
Valiant
J-Device!
effort. Keep your head up and return to base for debrief.
Oh, that PPSH slaps, dude.
Gas is closing in.
And, like, how are you supposed to hear that guy, right? Like, why would I hear that guy?
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV online.
Damn, bro.